Have a good break?
What? No, we literally just sat down.
Why are you in your new costume?
Do you ever pause the credits of a film and ask yourself, that was great, but what happened with the plot point they introduced in the first 10 minutes of the story? I find myself asking the same thing for various projects, with the most recent culprit being none other than K-pop demon hunters. I don't want to harp on the story too much, it's an animated film I loved watching from beginning to end, but that doesn't mean it didn't leave several unanswered questions hanging in the air. They might be perfect bait for a sequel, tempting fans and executives alike to launch a petition for the franchise's next project. Today's video is dedicated to the questions left unanswered, and what we'd like to uncover if our favorite K-pop group ever got a sequel.
No more relaxing time!
Your new single is on fire! Everyone's listening to it!
Yeah!
Number 1. Who is Rumi's father? One of the most pressing questions on everyone's minds deals with Rumi's biological parents. Although she's K-pop royalty, the daughter of one of the late Sunlight sisters and otherwise raised by Celine to lead Huntrix and become a top performer, Rumi never mentions her mother throughout the film or her entanglement with a demon. That's a significant detail to gloss over, especially since Rumi's markings are a huge part of the film and the source of her shame. She must learn to overcome her fear of her appearance and embrace her true self, including the marks that cover her body throughout the film. Of course, these markings and the new ability that come with them are things she inherited from her father. Rumi claims her father was a demon, a being who doesn't appear later in life and whom she doesn't mention by name. It's more likely Celine omitted details about her parents' relationship, especially if they didn't have a good rapport toward the end. However, this plot point isn't something Rumi revisits, and she's never learned who her demonic father was or who he might have been to her.
Maybe they'll understand.
No, Rumi. Nothing can change until your patterns are gone.
Number 2. How does the Hunmoon work? Guima and the rest of demonkind struggle to reach Earth due to the magical barrier called the Hunmoon. We learn a little about it throughout the film, but mostly it's drilled into our heads how important it is until the end, when it's destroyed and Rumi decides they'll be better off creating a new Hunmoon from scratch. The film discusses the Hunmoon extensively, whether it shines gold or is in devastating tatters, and in either case, we learn that hunters sustain the Hunmoon by singing and inspiring hope in those around them. That's great and all, but I want to know how the first hunters learned about the Hunmoon in the first place. What prompted the group to begin singing and create a barrier that separated their world from Guima's? At first glance, it appears to be elaborate magic, and if that's the case, then I would love a more detailed explanation of how the Hunmoon works. There's no time like the present. This is especially the case now that Huntrix has created a new barrier.
This connection, the first hunters created a shield to protect our world, the Hunmoon.
Number 3. What happened to Jinu? With demons on the brain, I can't help wondering what happened to Jinu after he gave his soul to Rumi. Not to mention, how did he do that in the first place? He mentions that Rumi helped him restore his soul after Guima seized control of Huntrix's mind, but that seems like a tall order to me. We have to assume Guima didn't devour Jinu's soul during the 400 years he lived in the demon realm, condemning him to an eternity there. That seems unlikely, and yet Jinu gives Rumi his soul during the final battle, using it as a weapon against Guima that gives her the final push she needs to defeat him. So, after witnessing Jinu reclaim his soul, does that mean any demon can escape Guima's control if they forget their shame and fear? Do they remain a demon at this point, or do they become something else entirely? This particular question only creates more and doesn't even touch on where Jinu might be now, be it a heavenly afterlife or Rumi's subconscious.
You're a demon, just like me. All we get to do is live with our pain.
Number 4. What's next for Huntrix? With Jinu gone and her profound powers embraced, Rumi's future is wide open. With more freedom, she may now choose to pursue paths beyond her hunter career. We know Huntrix spent years building their reputation in the music industry, otherwise they wouldn't have such a devoted fan base or won the Idol Award several years in a row. They're at the height of their careers when the film begins, and they only start to lose their touch when the Saja boys interfere with their every interview and plan. Now that Guima is behind the new Hunmoon, Huntrix can do anything they want, which might feel overwhelming at the moment. The group has never had so much freedom before, as they're like heroes constantly on call, prepared to drop everything and respond to a demon attack. At the end of the film, we see them abandon vacation to speak with fans, and that might be where they go from here, continuing to act as musical sensations, even if the world no longer needs their protection.
Everything is at stake, and we just need to get through this together.
Number 5. Are the demons sealed away forever? The world no longer needs their protection because with the one Hunmoon destroyed, another has been created in its place. Their new barrier formed when Huntrix overcame their misunderstandings and worked as a team, allowing them to take down Guima's army with ease. Their music and determination uplifted the crowd and also freed them from the demon siren song, preventing Guima from stealing more souls and pushing back against his enemies. As Rumi hypothesized to Jinu, once the Hunmoon was fully up and running, it seemed that Guima and his demons became trapped on the other side. So the only question they should concern themselves with is for how long? The original Hunmoon required maintenance to stay up and running. Over the years, tears and rips in the barrier allowed demons to slip through the cracks and enter the human realm to hunt for the desperate, and the only people to save them were the hunters, who used their voices to repair any damages to the Hunmoon. In Huntrix's case, they repaired the Hunmoon with each performance, especially the Idol Awards. Now that we have a new Hunmoon with new rules, I'd like to know if Guima and his followers will stay away from Earth forever.
You are weak, pathetic, useless, all of you!
Number 6. How did Guima amass so much power? For the sake of humanity, it would be better for everyone if Huntrix banished Guima forever, but he is a powerful demon with vast resources. His abilities have an endless power source which might contribute to his strength. Shame and guilt are pervasive human emotions that affect everyone from time to time, whether due to a secret, a poor decision, or an unlikable trait. Guima feeds on these negative emotions and uses them as weapons against his prisoners. We see this firsthand through Jinu's perspective, who has to relive his decision to abandon his family over and over, and it's not an easy thing to overlook. As the only member of the Saja boys who feels remorse for his past, he's the most receptive of them all. The way Jinu interacts with Guima is likely the perfect example of how he controls or forces them to obey him for personal gain. He weaponizes their memories and turns their past against them, making them endure the most painful moments again. If Guima truly is a demon that sustains himself off pain and suffering, I can't help wondering what he looks like after Huntrix defeats him, and if Jinu will return as Guima's right hand. If they were to work together and put their differences aside, they might be unstoppable. Guima has the brawn and influence worldwide to help Jinu become an idol or icon once more, while Jinu has the people skills and bright ideas that made the Saja boys such a success. Perhaps Guima's only powerful as his brightest, strongest, and most loyal follower.
And that soul is just a starter. So let me get back to work, and you'll be feasting in no time.
With so little time to build an entire world from the ground up, we would be left with some pressing questions at the end of K-pop Demon Hunters. It's possible the writers chose to leave these unanswered to let our imaginations run wild, or to keep us eager for a potential sequel. Either way, with a film that took great pains to be equal parts detailed and authentic, I doubt these pressing questions and revelations went unexplored without a reason. The fandom continues to grow by the day, and we all want to see more from Huntrix. I say it's only a matter of time. What question do you want answered most in the next Demon Hunters project? Let us know in the comment section below.
Yes! How did you even— Dude, we've been trying to take her to the bathhouse
Forever.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated on our uploads.
Rumi, are you okay? Do you need some water?
I just ate 5. I'm gonna take 5.